The history of Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was the powerful king of Babylon, responsible for transforming his empire into one of the most impressive civilizations in antiquity. He built great palaces, temples, and the famous suspense gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Contudo, ao atinger o ascendido de poder, scu orgulho o domina. He accredited that every event was the result of his own effort and strength, without consideration of the sovereignty of God. In Daniel, chapter 4, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream that disturbed him. He saw a large tree, which was cut, leaving barely a touch. The prophet Daniel was called to interpret the dream and announce the king. He did not abandon his pride. God would punish him. Or king, no tanto, ignora or notice. 1 year later, as he walked through his gardens and contemplated the greatness of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar arrogantly exclaimed, "Isn't this great Babylon that I built?" Next moment, a voice too soothes or alert to that his kingdom would be thrown away. The king lost his health and lived like an animal, eating food and living for years in freedom. It was only when he obeyed the sovereignty of God that his mind was restored, and he regained his throne, now with humility. Connection with the days of Hoji. The story of Nebuchadnezzar echoes deeply in modern society. We live in an era where pride and power are sought in all aspects of life, in corporations, in politics, and in social networks. Just as Nebuchadnezzar credited that his glory was the exclusive product of his effort, many people attribute their success solely to their own abilities, ignoring the relationships, others, and greater forces that they also developed for their conquest. The example of Nebuchadnezzar also teaches us the importance that crises and moments of difficulty can serve as symbols of our fragility and the need for humility. It was marked by materialism and individualism, or the realization of something greater, whether it be God or another spiritual principle, which often only happens when we face adversity. Just as Nebuchadnezzar needed to lose everything to find the true meaning of his existence, many people today need to reassess their lives and beliefs during times of crisis, whether due to financial, emotional, or health problems. Furthermore, the story highlights the importance of a balanced life, where success is valued with gratitude and humility. In the modern world, where ambition can quickly lead to excessive pride, the history of Nebuchadnezzar remains alert that true greatness can only be sustained when we recognize our limitations and the influence of God or of forces beyond our control. Conclusion: Nebuchadnezzar's transformation into an animal is a powerful message about the pride and importance of humility. In current times, when many concentrate on their conquests and powers, biblical history challenges us to teach that, regardless of how high we climb, we are always subject to superior forces. Just as Nebuchadnezzar was restored to his place of honor when he reached the sovereignty of God, true peace and success come when we bow before the divine and reconstitute our dependence. History is not just a warning, but a lesson about the value of humility and the realization that all human power is transitory. Subscribe now and continue exploring the mysteries of the Christocentric Bible, with a focus on Christ and lots of study and responsibility. Don't miss the next videos. Activate the bell to always be connected to content that will transform your worldview.